Hello students. So today, after projection of point, in last video lecture we have discussed about the projection of points in all the possible positions. If you remember that there will be 9 possible position of any point in the space. Today I am discussing about the final conclusion which we got from the last lecture. As you know that in our quadrant system there are 4 quadrants, so the 4 possibilities of any point will be, it can be in the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Then there are also options that a point can be on the VP or maybe on the HP. As this is a VP, if a point will be on this VP, then that will be point will be said that it is on the VP and above HP. So in that way we have discussed about all the 9 points. But if separately I want to discuss about these points, then as you see in that figure, in that lecture, actually there is no relation of any point's position with respect to HP as well as with respect to VP. Both are independent things. So it will be better if we will understand the things in a separate way, that I can discuss about any point's position in a with respect to horizontal plane or maybe with respect to the vertical plane. When those two things will be combined, then there will be 9 possibilities. But if I look at the position of any point with respect to HP, there are only 3 positions are there. As you see here, if a point will be, a point can either can be above HP or maybe below HP or maybe on HP. Same way with respect to VP, a point can be in front, can be behind, can be on. So there are 9 options in space, but when I am discussing about a single plane with respect to the point, there are only 6 options. So it will be better to read and understand 6 options than as compared to the 9 options. So what I am going to shift now from last lecture, now I will discuss about a point's position with respect to only single plane, and with reference to that position I can plot the point in the space. So if we conclude with the last lecture, whenever a point will be above HP, its front view will be always XY line, reference line. When it is below HP, front view will be below reference line. When it is on HP, its front view will be on XY, despite what is the position of the point with respect to VP. It can be in front, can be behind, can be on, but if the position with respect to HP will be this, then the front view position will be this one. Same way, with respect to the position of the point with respect to VP, a point can be in front of VP, then its top view will be below XY. If it is behind VP, its top view is above XY. If it is on VP, its top view will be on XY. Same way, the distance of the point from HP will be the distance of its front view from the reference line. And reverse of that, distance of the point from VP and will be the distance of its top view from XY. These 8 points will be the final conclusion of projection of point. If you remember all these 8 points and understand these concepts and use them in the drawing for projecting any point on the from the space to the drawing, or maybe reading any point from the drawing for the position with respect to the space. So these 8 points will be the point to remember, and if you look at these points, in the first 3 points and this 7th point, whenever we are talking about HP, we are talking about front view, and whenever we are talking about VP, we are talking about top view. So one final conclusion is also there: front view always front view always relates with HP, and top view So this is the final conclusion, Then thing to remember will be, whenever we talk about the front view, it will always relates with HP, and whenever we talk about the top view, it will always relates with VP. That is why, because front view will be drawn on the VP, so that's why it is related with HP. Vice versa, as you know that VP top view will be drawn on the HP, so that will be always related with VP. So if you remember these 10 points, not only the projection of point, but all the concepts of orthographic projection will be related to this. Instead of point, if I talk about the line, then the same thing will be happened with the line, plane, solids. So I hope that you remember these points. In next lecture, we will solve some problems on the projection of point, and not only those 9 points, but now we will use multiple points in the same problem, and that may be the starting of our next topic, that is projection of straight line. Thank you.